Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of people told me I should introduce myself because I usually jump straight into the videos. So I'm not really sure what I should talk about, but let's talk about myself first. At the moment I'm 42 years old. It's end of May 2023 now, so I'm 42 years old. I'm from Austria, a small village called Thüringen in the west of Austria, close to the Swiss border and close to Germany. I was born here, I grew up here, and in 2011 my job as service engineer brought me to Nigeria, where I was living for over 10 years. In Nigeria I met my wife, I met my happiness, and I started this YouTube account in Nigeria. That was in April 2013. I did not upload anything, I just used it to watch videos without advertisement breaks. So I paid for premium then. I think it was called different then, but anyway, since then my account actually exists. Yeah, I have a small note here so I don't mess it up. This year on February 12th I posted my first video. Most of the videos I'm posting since then are older. Yes, I have some projects which I'm doing in the house here, where I'm trying to improve the house, but most videos I still have in my back sleeve or up my sleeve from the time before I came back to Austria. In Nigeria I made it my habit to record everything in my time in Nigeria. I had a dashboard camera in the car. What is it called? Dash camera. In the car, and recorded there. Most of the videos are lost due to changing of computers, moving, external hard disk drive got spoiled. I had a driver in Nigeria which on a regular basis damaged my memory cards because he was using my car and drove to places where you're not supposed to drive, and therefore he had to, instead of just switching off the camera before he started driving, he preferred to destroy everything after he was driving. Not my preferred way, but yeah, shit happens. So as I said, the first video I uploaded here was on the 12th of February. It is actually a project which I did in the house here. There was the front balcony where I refurbished the face of the balcony. The former face was about at least 20 years old. It was wood and the wood got old because of the weather, and it started to rotten away. So I decided to use, watch the video, you will see it. It's the first video on my channel. So since then my channel is 105 days old. I have almost 200 videos up if you calculate the long videos and the shorts together. I actually never wanted to post shorts first, but it attracts viewers and it gives me followers, and it's a nice way to fast do something. The biggest problem I have is I'm not yet used to create content in a way. Like yesterday I went to my brother's house, or to my brother's flat rather, and because he called me that his light spoiled. He had an explosion and the light spoiled, so I repaired the light, and after I was done, it was about half an hour walk, I realized, fuck, I could have recorded that and explain you guys how I did it, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and why the thing spoiled. I'm missing a lot of opportunities like that. There's actually not a single day where I'm not doing something after my normal walk. I walk a 9-5 at the moment, even though that it's more like a 6 to 6. And YouTube is still my hobby, and I think it's going to stay that way. At the moment I have 1,926 followers. It goes up and down. We had a YouTube community meeting where I gained 3 followers and the same followers left me about an hour later, I assume my content is not really what they wanted to see. Me on the other hand, I followed all of them just because it doesn't cost me anything to follow them. And maybe if I go through I see something I like, even that maybe 90% of their content I don't like, but if there's one video I like, then it's already a win. At the moment I have about 2,500 watching hours. In order to monetize my channel, I need at least 4,000 watching hours in 1 year. Not sure I will reach that anytime soon, but I also hope with this introduction I reach more people. About the content I post, the original idea was, and that's why my channel is named that way, is to show what I do with do-it-yourself. So it's supposed to be a do-it-yourself content, and I'm an engineer. I studied engine engineering in school, but what I'm doing here around the house doesn't have anything to do with engine engineering. I do almost everything. I work with concrete, I work with wood, I work with steel, I work with stainless steel, sometimes copper, not often. I do electric work, I do electronics. As I said, most of the times I forget to record because I just want to get into the work. I like my work, I love my work, and I'm happy I can do all these things. Most thanks to my dad and my uncle. They were very handy themselves, and I learned a lot of them from them. Yeah. I didn't write a script down what I should say today. Yeah, other content. At the moment I have 2 cats, or actually my wife has 1 cat, a black one, a British short hair, and I have a Bengal cat, a mixed race, kind of wild, a little bit too much energy for the black cat, so a few weeks ago the black cat ran away. He's back now though, but each time Bengal comes close to her, she attacks him. I don't know, maybe she's trying to do a preemptive strike against him because he's way stronger and faster than her, even that he's a year younger. Then other videos I post in Nigeria. I have my KTM 620 LC4 power bike from 1997. Sorry, I got it for work actually. The guy which owned it asked me to do him some favors and do some work for him, and instead of paying me, he said I can keep the power bike, which I then used for 5 years in Austria here, and took the power bike with me to Nigeria. The first year in Nigeria I didn't even have a car, I only used the power bike until August 1st, 2020, where I had an accident with my power bike, where if not for the protective clothes I was wearing, I wouldn't have my left leg anymore. The video is among my content. The accident, it shows the accident, and it also shows how my leg was healing afterwards. The video is limited to viewers above 18 because of the graphic content, and that's also why it doesn't even get any traction. Nobody's seeing it. I can't advertise it on Instagram or on Facebook or so, because most people who watch my content don't even have an account, and if you don't have an account you can't prove that you're over 18, so you can't watch the video. I tried to post a video without age restriction, but YouTube didn't allow that, which I understand. It's fine. I even struggled long if I should post a video. That video of the accident, it actually hurt me a lot when I was compiling it, because it brings back some memories I try to forget. Still have some issues with the leg. I can walk normal though, but sometimes it just pains come up and I could scream, and sometimes I don't get sleep. That's also why I'm usually awake at 4 AM, but that's not an issue. I enjoy life and I enjoy this hobby here, YouTube. Sure, I would like to make some money with it, but that's not the main goal. I'm trying to show my life here. What other content? I recently posted a video of me going for a walk with my family, and I also have some posts of road trips I took with my dash camera. They are just to show people which are not from here how beautiful Austria actually is. The most beautiful place I've captured on video, apart from the area where I live, is St. Christof That's a skiing area up the mountain, and that day I recorded it. The skiing season was almost over. It was kind of warm day. The snow was already melting, but yeah, it's a nice place. Maybe watch it. What else? Yeah, in my shorts I post videos of the cats. As I said, they get people like cats and they watch it a lot, and that's how I get new followers as well. Even though there was a time where I got like 1,000 followers within a week, and I was like, yeah, now it's taking off. But it went back to 1 or 2 followers a week, and sometimes even at the end of the week I have less followers than the week before. I don't know what I'm posting that people feel like, oh, I have to unfollow him. Because once I follow somebody, maybe I'm not watching the content anymore if the content is not likable or not to my liking, but I would never unfollow anybody because it doesn't help. Yeah, the reason why I'm sitting outside today, the weather is great. It was raining the last few days. Italy even had so much rain that they had really flooding problems. Italy is close to here, just behind those mountains over there. And yeah, I decided to do it outside. I hope with all the birds, all the cars and everything running around here, you can actually hear me well. I was thinking of putting a microphone here, but yeah, then you might hear me scream and not the surroundings. So yeah, that sounds like a KTM. Yes, it is a KTM 690. I hope I will have a bike like that again one day. At the moment I'm scared. Each time I climb a bike, I'm having feelings. That's Wucher Helicopter. It's a company close by here. They have their heliport here. Mostly transport helicopters, but you can also book like round flights here, which I will give my wife as a birthday gift one day, because I think she never entered a helicopter before. Yeah, what other videos? Yeah, I'm still walking on, actually since last year I'm walking on the new bedroom. The problem is I already finished the upstairs, so where I'm living, and that's why it doesn't bother me much anymore that the downstairs is not done yet. My brother keeps reminding me and asking me when I will continue walking there, and yeah, I will definitely, don't know yet when. Still not sure what I'm doing with the walls. The floor didn't turn out the way I wanted it, and we are not putting a rug anymore like we decided. It will be a hardwood floor. Yeah, so different things come up. I also do all the computer things in my house by myself. There is a video where I installed a new I/O card. Maybe I should have brought the computer out from under the table, would have been easier, but yeah, I thought this way it's a funny video. I also installed the network, everything by myself, and still I have the issue that most times I do things like that, I don't record them. So today's Saturday. I decided to record the introduction today because on Tuesday I'm going for a bigger surgery into the hospital. It has something to do with my kidneys, which are giving me problems since Nigeria, and I don't know yet how long I will be in the hospital, so I decided to make some videos before and put them on auto release so that every day one video will be released. I don't even know when you will watch this. Maybe it's in a year time when I'm already fine. Anyway, I will also make a video later to introduce my wife. She's from Edo State in Nigeria. She is about 10 years younger than me. One of the most wonderful people I ever met in my life. I met a lot of nice people, good people. I would never want to miss my time in Nigeria, even though that a quarter of my life I was there, mostly walk. I walked at least 6 days a week, sometimes 7. Public holidays were walking days. After all, I was walking in the ports, and ports have to import food and other goods every single day, so we had to walk as well. If there was a breakdown, we went. It was a nice time. Contrary to what you hear in the news, most people in Nigeria are genuinely nice people, friendly people, forthcoming. The other hand, I would say they are racist, but not in a bad way, more in a way that they respect white people for their money. Not really for our behavior, because to be honest, most of us people try to push our own way of life onto them, even though that we are in their country. I don't see that as right. I also don't like that most foreigners which meet in Nigeria, that they only stay with foreigners and not with the local people. Yeah, I didn't like that. In the beginning, I had the chance to get a flat in a community of Germans, Austrians and Swiss people, so that I would be able to communicate with them in my native tongue. But I decided to stay alone, have my own flat, because I wanted to live in Nigeria. I didn't want to live in a German camp in Nigeria. I wanted to live in Nigeria. I wanted to see how life is. A lot of people told me it's too dangerous, it's crazy, and I should not do it. But what should I do? What should I say? I was at 2 AM in the morning walking on the streets of Nigeria, and I only met friendly people. Never had the feeling that I have to be scared of anything or for my life or from people. As I said, they're genuinely friendly people. Sure, there are some people which use not really the most legal way of all ways to make their money, but it's all about survival. I'm not saying they should do it, I'm not supporting what they're doing, but I get the point where they're coming from. But that is by far not all Nigerians. That's a very small percentage of Nigerians. Most Nigerians are hardworking, good people, friendly people, and yeah, I had a great time in Nigeria. If I could go back to 2011, would know everything that happens to me in the next 10 years in Nigeria, including the accident I had, or some accidents I had, because the bike accident was not the only one. I would still do it. I would do it exactly the same way. I learned a lot, had a nice time, met a lot of people. Still, most of them are still friends with me or friends of mine, and that's also why I'm recording the videos in English. Not because I want to get international followers, it's because most of my friends are actually English natives. And that's also why I have an accent. A lot of people tell me, like my brother tells me, my English is shit. I'm fluent, but I pronounce things differently because I pronounce it mostly the Nigerian way. I also used to speak Pidgin in Nigeria, but that nobody apart from Nigeria understands that. Sure, Ghanaians will understand, maybe some people which speak English natively will after a while understand, but I try not to. Yeah, even in my house here, I know it would be better for my wife if I would speak German with her, so she can fit in easier here, but most of the times I speak English with her. It's easier, it's faster, we both understand it well. She's improving very well with her German. I'm impressed, she's really good with it. Yeah, what else should I say? There are some projects in the house coming which I want to do, like here on the balcony. I have to remove the whole floor because somewhere the floor is leaking, so I have to remove all the stone plates, find the leakage, fix it, put the stone plates back. Then the entranceway is still gravel since 40 years, since the house was built. I want to tar it or maybe tile it, because it's a muddy thing when it's raining. The other thing is some of the house outside still needs to be refurbished, insulated, plastered, painted, and I hope I'll find time soon for it. I still have to finish the bedroom downstairs. I want to tile the concrete walkway I did outside. It's also one of the videos, the concrete walkway. I want to tile it there. I want to insulate the roof, because in the summer when the sun is shining on the roof, the heat inside the house is just too much for me, and I don't want to run AC that costs electricity. It's not good for the environment. What else should I say? Yeah, I love the place here. If not for these people who do their garden walk now, it's actually a quiet place. Maybe I should have recorded it tomorrow on Sunday when it's really quiet. Sometimes you don't see a car for an hour pass by here. Now the power bikes are out. It's wonderful weather. First weekend, long weekend, because on Monday is a Catholic holiday. So it's a long a long weekend, and people are going around, driving around mountain roads. Mountains are free now of snow mostly, as you see in the back, all green. Hiking is a thing. I went hiking now since I'm back from Nigeria, even with my leg, like 5 times on 5 different mountains, and I never recorded it. In the future I will put my GoPro on my chest and record it for you guys. What else should I say? I think that's it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and let me know what else you would like to know. And for my most consistent follower, I think her name is Adironke, my offer still stands. If you ever come to Austria, if you come and visit, if you're married with your husband, come by and I'll take you for a hike, show you around. Maybe you make 1, 2, 3 days of holiday here. There are some nice accommodations around here, and I can show you around if you want to, of course. If not, it's also fine. Anyway, guys, thank you for following me so far. Thank you for watching my videos. I feel like you're enjoying it. I feel like people like what I'm doing, and I hope more people will see this and more people will watch my content. Also, you can always tell me what you would like to see. Maybe there's something you would like to learn and I'm able to teach you. And what I can't do, I will learn. Sometimes even I have to watch YouTube videos to learn what I'm doing. If that is ever the case, that I watch a YouTube video and I make then a video with that knowledge, I will definitely mention where I learned it. For now, all the things I did are self-acquired. Some learned from my dad, my uncles. One uncle on my mother's side is a carpenter. The other uncle, I learned a lot. He used to work at the railway, but he was always a do-it-yourself guy. He went to the same school like I did, and yeah, I learned a lot. Even when I was a kid, I already learned from him how to wire a house. A lot of people told him he should not teach me, but yeah, the earlier you learn things, the earlier you learn how to do it safe. In my videos, I don't always follow a script. That's also why this introduction is up and down, front and back. Even if I make a script, even if I have an exact plan what I do, while doing it, I will change my mind, I will get better ideas. Sometimes the ideas are worse and I regret that I didn't follow the way I wanted to do it. But the outcome is usually okay. It's not always perfect. It's not always as planned, but it's usually okay. I'm usually happy with the outcome. Yeah, I also post videos when the outcome is not okay. Like that video where a friend asked me to repair his saw, and sure, I could have repaired it, but the cost of the repair, just the parts to repair the machine, was more expensive than a new machine. So something has to be done there. How can it be that the parts to repair something is more expensive than the whole machine? This way we really throw away everything we have for no reason. Like every single machine can be repaired. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes not, but machines should be usually built in a way that it always makes sense to repair it, especially when machines have plastic parts. They last forever. Why build a machine that you have to buy a new one and throw the old plastic parts away? It's just creating waste for nothing. So yeah, that was a thought on the side. It doesn't have anything to do with the introduction, but I will leave it on the video. Anyway, thanks for, if you listened that far, thanks for listening. I will, as I said, I will do another introduction with my wife together one day. I don't know yet when. She said she doesn't really want to be a part of the YouTube video because I usually do everything myself. I cut the videos by myself, I record it, I do all the work by myself. Once in a while I have a little bit of work, help. Like there are 3 videos out already where my wife helped me to record a little bit because I was busy with both hands. Or sometimes she will help me hold something up fast that I can put the first screw in. Same with my brother, sometimes he just helps me to carry something. Like when I did the floor in the bedroom, I had problem with a slip disc at my back, so my brother helped me to carry the cement bags. Yeah, I appreciate help, but I'm actually proud of myself that I can usually do everything by myself, and that's why my wife says it's my YouTube channel and she doesn't need to be in it. But I think our family should be part of the channel, and I hope our family is growing soon. Yeah, that's it for today. As I said, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching and welcome to my world. Bye bye.